Okay, so thanks guys for being part of another Twine Hangout. This is going out on YouTube live streaming. My name is Joe Scarf, and I'm the Community and Marketing Manager at Twine, which is a network that brings creative people together to help them collaborate and find paid work. Today we've got Twine members from all over the world who've worked on awesome projects, and going to be chatting with them about their collaborations and exploring the topic of collaborating in different musical genres and the difficulties that can present. We've got with us Swahili Rap Boy from Tanzania. Hey, great to have you on. And we've also got Shiva. Nice one. We've also got...
Oh, someone is joining? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy, man.
Yo,
Hi.
What's up?
Yeah, man, that's my boy, man.
Oh,
Yo,
right.
what's up?
Nice. Nice to meet you. And we've got Shiva, also known as Synfax. We've got Tyrannex. What's his name?
What's up?
Yo, sorry, my voice, I love boy.
We've got Calvin Venus from Texas. So we've got real global conversation happening today.
Yeah, of course.
I just wanted to start with Calvin and Swahili. You guys put out a track really quickly. I mean, it was like a week, and at the end you became a star pick. I was pretty amazed by the speed at which you guys worked and put together something so awesome. Calvin, obviously it's not a genre that you deal with much, right? So could you just tell us about the experience of working outside your comfort zone and working with someone over the other side of the world?
Yeah, well, I do a lot of hip hop, but not in Swahili.
Okay.
Swahili Rap Boy can speak English, otherwise it'd be hard for him to communicate what he wanted. But he just said, I want it to bang. I want it to be that club banger. And
yeah, man.
You know, being a former DJ, yeah, I know all about that. So, and then yeah, like he sent me the parts, and I just went straight to work, right here.
So, what were your reference points for the track? Were you listening to other
music
resources from?
Just the obvious tracks, you know, just any like major, 2000 up club bangers, you know. Like I mentioned, you know, I was a DJ for like 12 years, professional DJ. So
nice.
Nice.
Okay. Wow, man.
Well,
12 years.
What works in the club, so it's important to just have, you know, the kick and snare. You know, it's a communicator. It's where people get. It's where you springboard your rhymes. It's where you, you live between the bars, right? So if the beat is banging, people will be in tune to the vocal a little bit more. So there's a freeway conversation between kick, snare, and vocal, and you know.
EQing stuff. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
And so who started the dialogue? Who worked with who? Who was the first person to initiate contact?
Swahili, you have to help me out here because I can't remember.
Yeah, was it you, Swahili, or was it Calvin?
Yo, it was me, man. But we started chatting like for few days, man, and then I was sent that beat, man. Someone from Portugal, I think, sent me that beat,
cool.
Man. Yeah.
Oh,
so yeah, man. So when I did that song, man, I know that someone to mix that song, man, and then when I learned to know the works of Kelvin, I knew that he can do something awesome, man. So that's when I asked him, man.
Yeah, of course. Calvin is a master, right? Yeah.
Cool. And Calvin, you were saying that Swahili basically said he just wanted someone to just, you know, create a banger. Like, in terms of the communication, like, what kind of things did you guys discuss when you were forming the track together?
Yeah, Swahili, you have to help me out on that one too. it feels so long
I
ago.
know
It's only
Kelvin have
5 months
a
ago.
lot of projects, man. So
Yeah,
where
sorry.
mainly I just like, you know, a club banger, man. When I say club banger, I mean like for real, man. And when you listen to that beat, even just listening, you can just feel, you can have the feeling that this song, man, should be like this, man. So I didn't tell a lot, but I know after hearing that song, like the demo, you can know what to go around, man.
Yeah, that's true. The demo did, I do remember that. The demo did kind of dictate how the reverb's gonna be, because you know
Yeah,
he met the track, so it was like, okay, we have was it a 2-track master, or did I mix the track as well?
yeah, it's just 2 track, man.
Yeah, so sometimes when you have a 2-track master, it's already compressed. So you have to kind of like bring out some of the transients so that the kick and snare can go around the vocal. And then, you know, some of the reverb that's used on that track, you have to kind of go into your tools and then figure out what kind of reverb, what it's doing, its time, its space, and then kind of match that with the vocals just so that it becomes one track.
Yeah, for real, man.
Right.
So
Cool.
I knew one thing, man. He didn't know even the lyrics, what they meant, man. Then after mixing, he still was mixing something, but just like that.
Yeah, I'd love to find out, Calvin, in terms of mixing rapping in Swahili, was there any different challenges to doing it in, you know, if it's an American accent or any other language?
None at all. You know, there are, you know, different types of, you know, river patterns. Like, for example, like I'm working with a guy called Indipal, who's an Indian guy in London, and, you know, he has that typical London accent, so there's a lot of, you know, you hear a lot of those formants, and, you know, sometimes you have to bring those down a little bit because, you know, British rappers do attack the mic. But down here in Texas, you know, there's a swing to it. So sometimes at the end of a verse, the vocals tend to die down a bit, so you just have to kind of balance it. Sometimes you use band compression just to keep the dynamics smooth. But it's very small. Swahili, like, you know, he recorded from home, I think. I could hear it, so it's just trying to take out the room in the mic and then just make it sound big enough to just kind of, well, as professional as I can make it, you know. But honestly, the vocal is an instrument, really. It's just an instrument. So I treat the vocal the same way I treat a trumpet, the same way I treat a drum kit. You know, it's just kind of fine-tuning it in a way that just makes sense for the track, because the vocal is the most important instrument in the track when it comes to vocal.
Right. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. So, talking about tracks where you've got two producers working together in the form of, you know, Tyrannix and Syntax, how did you guys find? Cause are you both in this around the same genre, or did you find that there was a bit of compromise in terms of where your guys' expertise lie? Syntax.
Well,
what about you?
Well, for me, I can say that it was a challenge, but you know, I had to, I mean, to believe in in Kelvin, man, the food, man. So I give it, you know, when I do my projects, I try to just to getting to know each other. If you feel you listen to some works of your co-producer or artist, then you can know how they feel. You can get that feeling, man. So for me, it was just an experience, and it turned out like for real, man. Nice job, man.
Cool. Yeah, it's interesting how sometimes you just get that gut instinct about what's going to work.
Yeah.
Michael,
that's where portfolio comes in handy, though. That's where a portfolio comes in handy. Like,
right.
I guess Healy wouldn't have made those decisions with me without some of those tracks online, you know.
Right.
And I think I have any club bangers, so I think he must have appreciated what I did with other tracks, other genres, because
yeah,
you know, like,
definitely, man.
Yeah. So Healy, how did you figure out that Calvin would be good at that stuff. When, as he said, he doesn't have that in his portfolio. What made you come to that conclusion?
Well, I didn't know, but as I said, after listening to Kelvin Wex, some tracks he did, so it was like a challenge. So because we just started chatting on Twine, you know, I said like this dude is good, man, on mixing. What if I give him like a different type, man? So he twist or something, yo. So I believe he can do, but I tried like to give him some different vibe.
Right.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Last week, Michael and Calvin, you were talking a bit about the best way to, record rap vocals stuff. I just wanted to talk a bit.
Is it me or Bishop? If I'm not wrong, it's Bishop.
Ah, sorry. Yeah, that's right. You were chatting with Bishop, weren't you, about recording rap?
Yeah.
And I just wanted to just return to, because we've been talking a lot about rap in these Twine Hangouts. I wanted to get back to talk a bit more about EDM and dance-based stuff. So, Michael, for you working with Syntax, how has that developed your style?
Develop your soul, you mean my vibe or my sound like that?
Yeah, I mean, how has working with him developed your music?
Well, it's beautiful. You know, he having some great ideas. We just for your info, right now, we just start a new project. You're right. You're right, Sifam. Yeah. We just started a new project. So yeah, pretty much my sound, not his, mine. My sound is different from my first sound. Like my first sound is probably most of all is big room style. So yeah, you know, Hardwell stuff, something like that. And then we started to make a progressive house, something like, what is it called? Martin Garrix style?
Right, so
I don't know.
and Juna type.
Yes. It's pretty much different, but still in the same family, same EDM family. So we still can make it combine so well. Yeah, you know, fairy tale. Yes.
Oh, okay, so is that because both of you had very similar styles when you were working together, or is it that you were good at compromising your vision?
Pretty much, we discussing much, really.
Right. Okay, so it's all
Really?
about good communication.
Yes, of course. As I said before.
Right. Yeah. Shibam, how has it been for you? How has working with Michael developed your musical style? And what would you say has made you guys such a good team working together?
According to me, I wasn't familiar to Big Room House, and after I met him, I came across several sounds that I developed. He's really good at Big Room, so.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've worked on a number of tracks together, right? So how would you say that your combined style, Michael, has evolved over the different releases you've done?
Well, have you checked my profile? Have you checked my profile, Joe? On our first track on Toxicology, it's really big room style, which is I started and Shivam helped me. Just like we met and we talked, and then he say like, "Oh, bro, you produced too?" Yeah, of course, I said, and then he said, "Okay, let me help you." Blah blah blah, and we got into that first track. And you know, for your info, that first time we made the track, we have a dream to make an EP, right? Syntax EP.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, overseas EP. I still remember that overseas EP. But we just finished 2 songs. Not really finished. I can't do mixing and mastering much that time. And then the third one, the overseas, which is the main song of the EP. We collected the melody, we collect the melody again, and we change it a little bit, and it become Fairy Tale, which is on Twine staff pick last week. So yeah.
Nice. Going back to Swahili, I want to ask, like, you've obviously collaborated with quite a number of people through Twine. And what's it like working on a track with people from multiple countries? So not just working with, like, you know, Calvin in Texas, but as you said, getting something from a beat from a guy in Portugal, or working with, you know, a guy in New York and then a guy somewhere totally different. Is it difficult to manage the communication and tracks and stuff? And what are your tips for, you know, getting multi-country collaborations off the ground?
Well, it's a matter of interest, you know. If you, I can say sometimes it's difficult because you may get in touch with someone and you may like maybe his stuff. You think like you can work together, but in a matter of communication, some people like take so long to reply, man, like even messages, or you may send some beats and then you may for him or her to record it, it's about a month or even longer, man. So sometimes it's a challenge, but if you find someone like for real, man, someone who is like the same feeling, you want to do something good, something big, it's like it's easy, man. Even if you are different culture or different languages, man. Because I did some song with someone from Brazil, and also he connected me. From that same person, we did a song in the tape. The tape I released, it's called JG. But that dude, man, if you send him the beat today, like after 2 hours, man, he already recorded and sent you back. You see, so it's somehow challenging, but you can manage that, yeah, in a way.
Cool. Okay. Calvin, for you, have you found that you've worked on any projects through Twine where it's been maybe a step too far in a challenge of a new genre, or a client who's from a completely different culture or language that it's hard to work with?
That's a good question, and yes. And even when that's like for me, so you know, I was working with a guy, DJ Stone Puma. I don't know where he is. I should have asked. And he waited a long time for some stuff. You know, so Healy caught me at a good time. I wasn't doing much at that time, and I was able to do his stuff in like I think a day or two. So right. I worked with a guy in Sweden, and you know that didn't work out. He was like, you know, thank you but no thanks. You have to kind of take criticism. You have to kind of learn from everything. Your successes, I learn more from my failures than I do. You know, I work with For Real. The first track he gave me, I gave it back to him. He's like, perfect. The second and third time we worked together, he's like, can you work on that? Can you fix this? Can you fix that? And you know, I'm in the business of making things sound better, and I serve everybody. So you know, if you don't have that.
Oh, Calvin, you're cutting out quite a lot, man.
Yeah.
You're cutting out quite a lot.
The internet is maybe something.
Yeah, I think it might be best if to go to audio if you can, Calvin.
Yeah. Just don't use video.
But okay, yeah. Going back to Swahili, just want to ask about what Calvin was saying there about constructive criticism. Have you found that, you know, when working with people that, you know, people who do get back, their feedback does come across in the right way, or have you found that there have been times where you've got into a bit of a scrap with people?
Well, I can say like sometimes it's not like easy, man. Sometimes you may try to make a connection, but I can say you have different feelings. Or you can be like you want to do something like this, and you find out like it's hard to get that thing, man. Like some projects with some guy, man. But that dude, man, like it's all around. Like he into that trap, man. But he previously had tracks old school. So I wanted that vibe, but I can see like the dude is much like integrated to this trap beats and this new styles, man. So sometimes not always will connect.
Right. I think for some reason there's a bit of a signal issue there, so there are things that weren't coming through.
Network is not that's good, man.
No, at the moment. Hopefully it will improve. But I wanted to ask Shivam about issues with different genres of plugin. Something that Michael and I were talking about last week were the issues of when you're working with project files.
Do you mind repeating it? I just you are just cutting off, so yeah.
Oh, are you having connection issues at the moment?
Yeah.
I think somebody's got the YouTube window open, so if you could, whoever that is, if you could close it, there won't be the feedback.
No. Yeah. Shivam using his iMac. So yeah, it's feedbacking. I just tell him on WhatsApp.
Ah, okay.
Just like.
Brilliant. So
Yeah.
okay, so just wanted to go back to, as I was saying, about different effects and the difficulties of working in different genres. Michael, if you were going to collaborate with someone on Twine completely new, how would you ensure that you guys are on the same page in terms of the tools and stuff you were using in your software?
Intro or what? Sorry.
How would you make sure, if you're working with someone who you've never met before on Twine, that you guys were on the same page with the tools you were using and software you were using?
Well, I never do that. I just talk to them if they want to make a track with me. I never I ever, but not too much, because pretty much on Twine, what you'll see is people using FL Studio or Pro Tools or Ableton. So that's a major digital audio workstation, which is fine for me, and I have them all. So yeah, no problem.
Right. Well, sorry, can I ask, where's that feedback coming from? Is that from you, Shivam?
Yes, yeah, probably.
Is that?
Yeah.
There we go. That's better.
Yes.
So, yeah, going back to Calvin, what do you do if you're working with someone where they send you a project where all the files or the vocals, for example, are all sent wet? I mean, you know, what can you do about making sure that, you know, at the end of the day, there's not too much coloration that's affecting the way you can actually mix? Calvin, can you hear me?
Well, Calvin.
What?
Your mic is still mute.
Yeah,
It's muted.
man.
Muted. Calvin,
Huh?
muted. Your mic is muted. Mute.
Yeah.
Unmute it.
Oh, there we go.
That's it. Yes.
Right.
It's muted, man. Oh, man.
Well, Joe, why you mute him again?
What?
Yeah, it says Twine keeps muting me.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay.
Can you repeat that question again? Sorry.
Yeah, so the question was, when you're sent a project folder where all the stems are wet, what can you do about trying to restore some of the integrity in the sound so that you can mix them in the way you want to?
You know what? It's not about me first. Like there's some tracks that I've received. I think I worked with Finobi in Finland. If he's watching, I'm sorry if I got your country wrong, or even.
No, that's right. Yeah, Phonophobie's Swiss.
Calvin,
Yeah.
don't forget me. Don't forget me.
I won't forget you, bro.
Yeah. I ever work with you, you know.
It's gonna happen, bro. I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent me some files that, like the vocals was already wet, but that told me about his intention. He likes that. So after a little discussion, I think we were doing some minimalistic kind of tribal. No, it wasn't even tribal. But it was like some minimalistic EDM, very Finnish sounding. Not as big room as like these guys are doing. But I like that. I've just received some tracks last night from Bizzle, rapper here in Houston. He sent me some stuff dry. So he's basically telling me, hey man, you're gonna have to make this sound as good as you need it to. So no matter who I'm working with, it's just all about communication, man. Like if someone sends it to me dry, I know what they want me to do. They send it to me wet. I ask them, hey, you sent these files with these reverb on it. Do you want me to keep it? Are you in love with it? But there's ways that I can tone it down using gates and put my own reverb on there. Yeah, so it's all about communication. I think that's the theme of today. Everybody's been talking about how well. I think there's a common denominator. Everybody here has communicated well in mind. And that leads to success of their work.
Right. Cool. Michael, I know you've been looking for a rapper on Twine recently. Can you tell us about the process of that and what lessons you've learned about how to put up a project brief, how to communicate effectively, and how to find the rappers that you want?
Yeah, okay. So firstly, yeah, I'm posting on Twine, and then two people. Let me open Twine. Two people is contacting me, which I can show you. I can tell you the name, but they're doing great. They say that they will record the rap in mid of July, so no problem for me as long as they don't forget it. And yeah, but what I hate is when people contact me but replying so freaking long, like
Right.
in 4 day, 5 day or so, and he say that one thing I ever do a connection with some people on Twine, and he say that, bro, I want to call him, and I say, okay, nice, send me the stems, and then 5 days later he just told me like this, bro, I'll send the stem in the next 10 days. I say, what the fuck, man? 10 days? It's really, really fucking long, but okay, let's just wait for it. So, okay, we're live, right? We are live.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, YouTube, especially Twine users, please reply as soon as possible because really annoying when you get reply more than even 3 days. So keep the good communication going on.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I
Heatley, in
agree
terms
with
of
that,
the mixtape that you worked on with JJ, how is the communication with that? Because I know that she was trying to get people from all over the world to be involved in that. did you find that fairly fluid? And can you tell us a bit more about how that went?
You mean about the her project or mine?
Yeah, the Around the World mixtape. Yeah.
Okay. Well, for for that song we did, the communication was just good, man. Like she first sent me that beat, and like she said, like I can do like anything. I just take my feelings to that beat, man. So he gave me about 2 weeks. So at that time, I was also like busy, man. But I had to do that track because I just don't like to disappoint someone because I like to get the good connection. So we keep on doing like big projects. So I had my boy with me that day. So we got something like just happened. We did like the hook, and then I just write my like she loved it, man. So did this. I didn't like it, like the quality, man. I didn't like it, just like that.
Right. Okay.
So I tried to tell her, like, yeah, I tried to tell her, like, you can just record it again, like, please, you know. I just put like my efforts on that track, but we can't just finish it like that, man. Like you can record it in a much quality environment. So she said like she's busy with a mixtape. So I said like just because you're busy, you just going to release the track like that. Then I didn't like that, man. Like I was disappointed. But she surprised me, like say like listen to this, and she was already recorded. She re-recorded that verse. So I was relieved, man.
Right. Cool. And in terms of your collaborations with Narcow and Ian Sean, and also King Ruler, are those projects that you were a lot more satisfied with? And if so, why do you think that's the case?
Yeah, I didn't get that. Can you repeat?
Sorry. Yeah, I was wondering why your projects with Narcow and King Ruler and Ian Sean, what is it about those projects that made them better?
Well, you know, I like
Is it something wrong?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, I think he's just stalled on us. So, yeah, then I'll just go back to Shivam and just ask, have you collaborated with anyone apart from Michael, and how have you found that process? Do you have any advice on finding people to work with on Twine? Shivam?
Is it muted?
No, I don't think he's muted. Can you not hear me, Shivam?
Shivam?
Oh, he's now muted.
Okay.
Okay, in that case, I'll just ask Michael.
Yeah.
The rappers you've been looking for, what made the pitches you had stand out?
Sorry.
So what made the pictures you had from the rappers? Which one stood out and why?
Oh, yo, sorry for that, man. Like the connection cut out like that, man.
No problem.
Hey, Swahili.
Yeah.
How about you using only your voice? It will be, yeah, you know, boosting your internet speed. Okay, Calvin Furnace too. Nah.
That's much better.
Okay.
Yes, that's much better.
So yeah, Michael, just going back, so the
Yes.
responses you've had about your post on Twine, which ones stood out and why did they stand out?
Well, firstly, they contact me, and I see, as I said before, in the last Twine Hangout, I need serious people who working on Twine. So I choose which one is serious. And as I said before, serious means that you keep the connection, the communication going, so that I choose two people which is keep the connection going with me. So yeah.
Okay, and was it the projects on their profile that attracted you, or what was it about them that made you think, yeah, they'd be good to work with?
Well, at first I send them my preview of the track, and they say, "Whoa, man, you have nice beats right there, so I'll work for you." And yeah, how's it going?
Okay, so yeah, just as simple as that. Calvin,
Yeah.
what new projects have you got on the go at the moment? Through Twine, I
So
mean.
right now working on 7 albums. So there's my band Third Class. I'm working with Bizzle out of Houston. I'm working with DJ Stone Puma. He's gonna kill me. Then there's John Ebden, which is kind of country folk, which is good. I like. Well, it's not actually enough. I feel like it's not country folk. It's more folk rock singer-songwriter, which is fun. There's so much going on. It's insane. I'm working with a group of guys called the Yahweh Collective. They're cool because they moved from, like, there's a kid from Nashville called Marshall Camp. There's some Houston rappers. One has got that laid back style, and the other one he's got that upfront, almost trap style.
Right.
And they're in a collective. It's just sonically, it's insane. So I love that. You know, I just like music. So EDM. I'm doing some EDM stuff. I'm working with Angie Matthews, who's kind of doing kind of pop singer-songwriter. I think I posted.
Hey everyone, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you, Shivam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Calvin, you're breaking up again, man. Not sure what's going on.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. I just wanted to ask you about whether you feel that there is a food audio sound, and do you feel like working with all kinds of different genres and different artists has helped you develop that further, or does it dilute your core sound?
In short,
What's that?
yes,
Now we can't hear you.
Sorry, Calvin, say that again.
in short, yes and yes. It has
What
helped
do you
me
mean?
with my sound.
Yes and yes.
Well, it's helped me with my sound because you know, across the genres I can hear, and people have said, "Hey, man, I like what you do with the snare. I like what you do with the kick." You know, to describe it in words would be difficult, but I do favor an SSL sound. I record in Neve sound with, you know, Neve emulations, and I'm mixing. So that's a little secret as to how I get some of those non-linear irregularities. I'm all about harmonics. I love analog gear, but as you probably see, there's not many analog gears stuff here. It's all digital. So I'm pretty anal about effectiveness. I like to get the best emulations that you can get. So I use a lot of Slate. I'm using the Slate Raven right here, the touchscreen thing. And then, yeah, all that contrives to my sound, really. I like to hear every instrument. I think that's important. You know, I like to I like the vocal to breathe on its own and just be so 3D that people can get every and too much.
Okay.
Unless you want that sound.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay, cool. So Healy, can you hear me? No? Shivam, can you hear me?
Shivam.
Yeah.
Oh, there
No.
you are.
Okay, so Michael, just going back to you, we were talking quite a lot last week about taking
Yes.
the room out of recordings. Calvin before has talked about the power of reflection filters.
Pop filter, you mean?
No, well, yeah, but there are particular ones that can really take.
The one that looks like a circle with some
Yeah.
foam on it. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
Oh,
So
I
not
know.
just a pop
yeah,
filter,
Like
but a whole reflection filter.
the focal booth, like the focal booth, the
Essentially.
mini focal booth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Have you had any rap vocals sent to you yet?
For your info, they haven't sent even any vocals.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And when are you hoping that the project's going to be completed?
As soon as possible.
Right. Okay. Calvin, I just want to get your view on. So many people on Twine, say to me that they wish people would respond, quicker and not stall so much on things. Why do you think that happens? Obviously, people have busy lives, right? But if they've got the intent in the first place to collaborate, why do you think that people then don't follow through? And what can help to avoid that frustration and make sure that people do get back promptly?
I think first and foremost, we have to accept it. We've got people from all walks of life on Twine. Some of the talented music that, some of the talents that I've worked with, they have full-time jobs, and they're in a different time zone with kids, and I know what that's like. So you have to kind of persevere, and that's why I say do several projects at the same time. They all help each other. I mean, there isn't a time that I worked on a rock track, and it helped me on
Stuttering.
So don't just focus on one. Keep mobile, keep active. Yeah, it's fortunate when someone you really want to work with doesn't reply. But hey, you just have to take the rough with the smooth.
Right. Okay. And I suppose you always have to keep learning from the experience, right? And just take it on the chin. And yeah. Okay. In terms of how you write to people, are there ways that you can phrase things, Calvin, that will maybe entice people to get back to you?
Yeah. I credit people for what they've done, and I tell them that I've listened to everything that they've done on profile.
Cool. Right.
That's important because anyone can say you're really good. I want to work with you. Anyone can say that. But if you say, hey, I like that line, I like what you did with the EQ on that. I love the drums. Did you do that? Is that sample? Did you play that on? Show interest more than just saying I'm interested. Prove it.
Right. Cool. Yeah, so I suppose it's about making you feel like you've got a genuine connection and not just throwing out lines to get work.
Yes.
Right. Is that something you found too, Michael?
Yeah, because sometimes people just contacting me say that, bro, check this out, and he give me some SoundCloud links to his or her private track, and then would you collaborate on this? And he don't tell me anything much, just like that. Now for you, how do you even respond to that? Like, you don't you don't know the story behind the song, you don't know the soul of it, you don't even know the genre. So yeah, how how do you respond to that type of communication from people like that?
Right. Yeah. One of the things I say to people a lot is that they need to make sure that they give detailed descriptions about what they want, and because
Yes.
if it's difficult
Yeah.
to express what it is you need from a track, then just try and make sure that you're as detailed as you can, even if you're not using musical terminology. It's
Yeah.
important that you give people a really detailed sense of what it is you actually need.
Exactly.
Yeah. And finally, guys, just want to ask, what are your favorite, cross-genre collaborations, within music as a whole that inspire you, and what do you think we can learn from them, Calvin?
Oh, that's a good one. I've got one that comes to mind. He had a medical situation come up in his life, affected him, affected his work.
Sorry, Calvin, we missed the first part of that. Can you start again? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, for me, it's Finobi. He had a medical condition that affected his work, affected his whole entire life. He had to be home a lot, and he's got this talent, and he just wanted to see what the world thinks. I discovered him in Twine, and then I just said, "Hey, man, your work is really good. I like what you're doing." Now, I've never done that genre before, but I just felt that that his music is awesome. So I said, "Look, hey, let me mix this for you." And sometimes I mix for free, guys. I just tell you, I mix the master for free, and I get paid work. But for him, he wanted to pay me. He couldn't pay me. And he explained his whole entire life and how he's deeply affected by his situation. And I just said, look, I believe in your music. I like what you're doing. Let's collaborate. And he sent me 2 fantastic tracks. And I think I've got it in my Twine profile. And if the connection was better, I'll tell you the name of the songs. But if you just check out Finobi on my profile, he's one awesome guy, man. And it's a music genre. If you really pay particular attention to the tone, he has distortion on his keys. He has it's just shimmer. It's glorious. It's really nice. As you can tell, I'm trying to find the descriptive words without getting too geeky on you guys. But I really enjoyed it because of the story. I think more than anything else. I mean, I like the music, but I felt that this guy really needed to go out there. You can't be a talent and not share that with the world, and put smiles and eyes, it's a profile. I mean, when I'm, that's but just talent, and now everybody else can hear what this guy can do. That sets him off.
Okay, cool. Michael, for you, what would you say is your favorite cross-genre collaboration, and what do you think we can learn from it?
My favorite?
Yeah.
What do you mean by my favorite?
Which do you think is the best? The one that you like the most?
So the genre.
A track which fuses different genres together.
Oh, I love discovering new genres, especially EDM song, and not right now actually, but I have several projects going on, which is on several different genres. Which is, my style is big room and progressive, but this time I'm making it more hip hop style, like trap in 100 beats per minute, and there's one in drum and bass. Yes, drum and bass. And there is one in hardstyle. there's one in what house? You know Deep House, right? Deep
Yeah.
House. There's one in Deep House. So yeah, I love working cross genre, but make sure that it could fit in it. So when someone tell you to like, bro, make a melody for a progressive house, don't make a melody for a rap song or a hip hop song. It won't fit. You know, progressive song is really pumping and really uh what what do you say? Yeah, you know, touching hurts if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
But not with rap. Rap is really energetic song, which is nice for me.
Right.
Um, yeah, and really what more focus on it. And the
So,
melody,
so
yeah.
you're working on a rap song, or are you working on a cross-genre EDM rap track?
Exactly. Is it trap song? You
Yeah.
know trap genre, right?
Yeah.
Yes, trap genre, but in a hip hop style. So, um, DJ Snake with
Yeah.
his song, what is it? Turn down for what? Yes, turn down for what? Which is, it's really freaking popular. Yeah, that's the style of the song I've been working on with some rappers on Twine. It's something like that.
Yeah. Like big room in trap.
Stephen, can you hear us?
Yeah,
Hey,
I
hey,
can.
Cool.
hey, Calvin,
Can
Calvin.
you hang on, Michael? So I just want to find out, Shivam, what is your favourite cross-genre collaboration, and what do you think we can learn from it?
For me, it's future based because there's a lot we can learn from it. Future based is basically trap and old classicals mixed together, like the chords and the melodies are from the, past. Yeah, basically.
And the
That's
BPM
how
is
Flume
more
explains it. Yeah.
faster. Yeah,
It
BPM more
actually
faster.
depends because Flume works on 100 to 88 BPM and yeah, so that's something.
Okay, cool. Swahili, can you hear us?
Yeah, man, I can hear you.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, so what's your favourite cross-genre collaboration, and what do you think we can learn from it?
Oh, well, for me, man, I'm much into the old school hip hop. Like, I much whenever I collaborate with someone, I muchly consider the idea, man. So I'm much into hip hop. So still, as old as it can be, but for me, old school, underground hip hop, like boom
Mm,
bap. Yeah, man. Like I'm into
yeah.
that.
Nice.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks, guys, so much for being part of today's. I'm sorry about the technical problems. I think maybe in future not have video chat if it causes such stuttering. But yeah, thanks so much and take care. Yeah, stop the broadcast.